you don't want to go. They've got 4 televisions in there where you can go in. I'm sure they'll have a different game probably on all 4 of them. So just go in, sit inside in the cool, and enjoy it. And let me tell you something. I've already said this one time tonight, is I had a bowl, and I got the large, okay? And being an old diabetic, boy, I had to dial up the insulin pump, because I tell you, like, it's a wonder it didn't put me in an early grave. But I got the deep dish apple pie ice cream made by Hershey, and it was absolutely incredible. So go by and see them. Tell them that you heard about them here on the broadcast of high school football on Friday night, and I'm sure that they'll take care of you.
And they're located right there in downtown Atmore beside the post office.
That's right. You can't miss them. There's beautiful signs out there on the front, right there on the post office side as you go through downtown Atmore, and go in and see them, and they'll certainly take care of you. Just some great folks. Waitresses are friendly, quick, and, quick, responsive service. I mean, they just got a lot of stuff going on, so go be a part of that. And they're open. They'll be open tomorrow night, I believe, tomorrow from 11 to 9 o'clock. So they'll be open a little later for some of those late games that may kick off on ESPN. So go by and see them. Getting ready to go into the second half of this ball game. The Gators of Clarke Prep and the Cougars are out warming up. Of course, the Cougars are having conversation down on their end of the field. Clarke Prep still trying to get legs loose and everything going. So we'll take another quick break, and we'll come back and hear from some of our fine sponsors here on high school football, Escambia Academy Cougar football. We'll be back. Let's take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
The Heat Sports Grill and 30 Below Ice Cream, located at 110 North Main Street in Atmore, invite you in. From appetizers and sides to their famous bone-in or one of their fan favorites, delicious burgers, sandwiches, and hot dogs. Don't forget to leave room for dessert. The Heat Sports Grill has wing Wednesdays, $1 bone-in from 5 to 8. College football Saturdays, it's $1 bone-in all day. They open 11 a.m. through Saturday. You can call ahead, 51308-4238, or order online. The Heat Sports Grill.
Talk about them when you get ready.
110 North Main, Atmore.
No visit to Atmore is complete until you've experienced Gather. The Gather restaurant, located at 111 West Nashville Avenue in Atmore, has become the premier location for an incredible dining experience. From delectable appetizers and perfectly seasoned steaks to scrumptious dessert choices, your mouth is sure to water just thinking about your next trip to Gather. Great food, incredible service, and an authentic Southern charm will have you coming back again and again. Gather is open Tuesday through Saturday from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. The Gather Restaurant is a proud sponsor of Escambia Academy Cougar Athletics.
And welcome back as we get set to get the second half of this ball game started. Clarke Prep, clad in their orange uniforms, orange jerseys, orange pants, white helmets with the orange stripe down the middle. They're going to be kicking to the Cougars, who are in their white uniforms tonight, white jerseys, white pants with their Cardinal helmets. And the Cougars will get the football to begin the second half, trailing in the ball game by a score of 35-14. So the Cougars just got to correct some mistakes. We'll see what they look like here as they get the football first to start the second half. They can make things look a whole lot better if they just are able to move the ball down the field and get it in the end zone.
Yeah, and, of course, we don't know what Coach Wilcox said to them, but having coached a good bit, and I would imagine a lot of it was with some of the things we were discussing. It's play mistake, free football, one down at the time. Everybody do their job, one down at the time. And then regardless of what happens with the score, and you got time, but regardless of what happens with the score, you can settle down and improve and get,
Right. I mean, because right now, if you look at the scoreboard from a coaching standpoint, the score, you're 21 points down. There's no such thing in football as a 21-point play.
Right.
So you're not going to get it all back at one time, but what you got to do, what's the easiest way to eat an elephant?
One bite
at a time. So you got to go from there.
Chocolate ice cream from 30 Below.
No doubt.
One bite at a time.
Here's the kick. It's going to be a little pooch kick, and he's just going to catch it and fall on it.
Well, that's good field position, So let's just play mistake-free football.
Ball down at the 39-yard line.
So the Cougars are going to get the football first down and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
To begin the second half.
to start the second half. 11:59 to go, just underway. 35-14 the score. Clarke Prep over the Cougars. So the Cougars are going to line up their offense. Looks like they're going to split.
Time's running down, though.
3, 2, 1.
Yep. They're going to get penalized for
Delay a game.
delay a game. They just didn't get out and get on the football.
I thought we were talking about mistake-free football.
Well, you've as an offense, you've got to be aware that once that white hat goes out and the ball is set on the ground, when he hashes that ball down into play, that means that the 25-second clock is running, and they just kind of ignored it and just lollygagged out there onto the field. There's a snap, going to be a high snap to Jacob Lee. Lee weaving his way in and out of the defense and is going to dive.
No, not quite.
Yeah, they had 15 yards
15,
to go.
19, that's right.
But he gained looks like about 10 yards, a little bit short of that, about 9 yards on the play. It'll now be second down and 6. So second down and 6 for the Cougars. 11:30 to go here, third quarter. Cougars trailing in the ball game by a score of 35-14. Slots to either side. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Got a single setback back there with him. There's the snap. Lee looking downfield, going to throw.
He's got a man.
Got a man open.
He caught it.
And he makes the catch.
Very nice catch, too.
It was a nice catch, and it was a really nice throw
Yeah,
because
was.
Jacob Lee threw it where nobody but his guy could catch it.
That was your guy, ST, there. ST Clarke. One of your church members.
That's
Community
right.
Baptist Church. Nice catch. Diving catch.
So the ball will be spotted down on the 26-yard line for the Cougars. First down and 10. 10:55 to go here in the third quarter. Same set. Slots to both sides. Handoff is going to be, and it's going to go nowhere because somebody didn't block up the middle. Big number 67.
Yeah, that would be Cole Flint from Clarke Prep, sophomore. I mean, I think that may have been a missed assignment on that one because it didn't look like he got touched.
Yeah, Flint made a big-time tackle in the backfield, tackle for loss. Play loses 3 yards. It'll be second down now and 13.
Got to watch the clock, Coach.
Cougars looking to the sideline, down to 7 seconds, 6 seconds to go on the 25-second clock. 3, 2, got to snap it. They get it off. Lee looking to run, got a man in front of him. He's having to zig and zag and finally going to be pulled down from behind. Too much indecisiveness right there.
Of course, I'm not the one doing it, but he would have been better served just to run straight ahead and pick up what he could there. He probably would have gained 4 or 5 yards, but he's trying to make something happen.
So that play is going to lose yardage. Loses back to the 34-yard line where it's going to be third down and 17. Clock moving, 9:20 to go, third quarter. Cougars with the football. Slot steal to both sides. Lee looking to throw, looking. Now he's going to pull it down and run. The middle linebacker was spying him.
Yeah.
And actually goes and does what he's supposed to do. That middle linebacker, you could tell by the way he responded to Jacob Lee pulling the ball down and running. His responsibility was the quarterback.
Yeah. Fourth and long, which I'm sure they'll go for it.
Yeah, that's going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth down and 14 for the Cougars. Offense is going to stay on the field. Same formation. Slots to both sides. Single setback with Jacob Lee. They look to the sideline. Looks like they're going to change the play. There's the snap. Flags down, whistles. going to be a dead ball offsides against Clarke Prep, so that's going to give you 5 yards. So now it'll still be 4th down, but it'll be 4th down and 9, and the Cougars will keep the offense out there again. White Hats wound the clock, so the clock is running. Clock running 8:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Down to 10 seconds left to go on the 25-second clock. Cougars are going to have to hurry. They're not going to get the playoff.
Nope.
They're fixing to get.
Yeah, they did get it.
Well, they barely got it. Lee looking downfield. He's going to bring the ball down and run, and he is going to toss it out. That is going to be, I guess they called that a lateral.
Yeah. Nevertheless, he didn't get it, and it was a loss of yards and ball be turned over.
Yeah, Clarke Prep's going to get the football back on that lateral. The ball went backwards. And so now Clarke Prep with the football, first down and 10.
Clarke Prep is lining up. We've got to get our defense set here. They're going to call a quick snap again. You got to get ready, guys. Show some urgency here.
As raindrops begin to fall here in Grove Hill. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be right up the middle.
Yeah, nice tackle. The number 60, Nick Kane for the Cougars.
As our technical folks here, Tim's having to scramble because we're having to guard equipment. I got it. As rain begins to fall here in Grove Hill, so we're scrambling to cover things up, but we're going to stay on the air and bring you the game as we go. Nothing like a good old golf umbrella.
That's a blessing to get rained on in Alabama. There you go. Oh, come on, Timmy.
Quarterback coming, going to get run out of bounds.
Run out of bounds by number 21.
Yeah, number 21.
Timmy Dorr.
Timmy Dorr makes the play there on the outside.
Don't want to get my mic wet.
Clock stopped with 7:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And hopefully this will be a short-lived rainfall event, but that rain's coming down pretty good as people scramble for dry spots. 7:06 to go, 3rd quarter. Clarke Prep with the football. And actually, I think this rain may bode well for the type of offense that Clarke Prep is interested in running right now, because they're wanting to just pound the football.
Well, I'd say this too. We needed something to change ourselves, and I always be thankful for the rain.
Oh yeah,
I love the rain myself. So this is just a light shower.
The winner will get a total of $237. Take home the winning ticket. Get out the tickets. The winning ticket is.
Referees are still going over things on the field. They're trying to sort things out.
Nick Kane came up a little gimpy there, so he's been walked off the field for the Cougars. I think he's all right. He's the one that made the tackle play before last. He's walking slow, but doesn't look like anything too serious. We need him back in there. That's
true. 3rd down and 2, Clarke Prep with the football. Ball across the 40 at their own 42-yard line. Wide out, split wide to either side. Quarterback's going to keep it, going to get the first down, going to bounce outside. Still got running room. Running hard across the 50, down across the 45, and finally wrestled down at about the 44-yard line of the Cougars. So that'll be a first down for the Gators as they move the ball into Cougar territory. And the clock continues to run, 35-14 to score with 6:43 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Clarke Prep with the football, 1st and 10. Wide receiver split wide to either side. Quarterback takes the snap. running back right up the middle, and he's going to make a move, make a man miss, and finally,
that's a touchdown.
It's going to be a touchdown for Clarke Prep. As number 5, Trace Phillips. So number 5, Trace Phillips, goes right up the middle, then bounces it outside. He's going to take it to the distance for a touchdown for Clarke Prep. And now the score 41-14. Clarke Prep Academy leading Escambia Academy here in the third quarter. Point after coming. There's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is going to be good. And so with 6:16 remaining here in the third quarter, the score, Clarke Prep Academy 42, Escambia Academy 14. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Uniform family sawmill operation with locations in Uri, Alabama, and Bluntstown, Florida. Juniper Creek Lumber turning storm recovery logs into custom-cut lumber for use in a variety of building projects. We have longleaf pine, juniper, white cedar, cypress, and hardwood. And who wouldn't love authentic heart pine beams or new heartwood flooring custom-cut to your need and specification? Check us out on Facebook or call Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100. That's Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100 for Juniper Creek Lumber, Southern Best.
Welcome back. 42-14 to score. 6:16 remaining in the third quarter. Clarke Prep ahead of Escambia Academy. There's a little kick going to be up, fielded by an up man. Wasn't an onside kick, just a little poochie.
Yeah. Recovered by number 56 for the Cougars. And number 56 is Charlie Sasser.
Yeah, Charlie made a good play right there, just getting on that football and covering it up.
Yeah, he did.
Because
that's exactly what you're supposed to do right there for sure, yeah.
Even though the old lineman in me was really hoping that Charlie would have grabbed that one and just took off running. Just truck somebody.
Yeah, you would have.
Well.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd have probably pulled a hamstring when I took off. 6:16 to go here in the third quarter. 42-14 the score. Cougars on offense. They're going to throw a little spot pass out to the wide receiver, and the ball hits him in the hands. He drops it. Eyeballs kind of went upfield before he actually looked the ball in.
Exactly
and really lucky there, you know, of course, with the quarterback being in the shotgun. If the quarterback would have been under center right there, that throw would have been a backwards pass and a fumble.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 10, Cougars with the football. Cougars just got to eliminate some mistakes. Right now they're just playing for pride, 42-14. They're trailing, so they just got to have something go their way here quickly. There's a little pump fake, looking for a man down the field, going to overthrow the man, going to be a pick. And there's going to be a block, going to be something, a block in the back or something that happened, a blindside block. The
interception was by Trace Strickland for Clarke Prep. There's several flags.
Yeah, everybody that had something yellow in the stadium just threw it.
Yeah.
And so they're going to talk about it, but it's obviously got to be a block in the back of some sort. Thank goodness nobody got hurt. It's either a block in the back or, like I said, the blindside block. And it may be multiples. Here's the thing. So you're as a
1, 2, 3, 4 flags.
Yep.
Yeah, could
be block in the back, and they'll take the one that's the furthest back.
Yeah, it's first down, Clarke Prep.
Okay.
That's all he was saying.
I kind of looked at him there for a second, and I thought he was going to call offsetting. I thought he was signaling a face mask there against the Cougars. But it was not, just a block in the back against Clarke Prep. So that's going to back the ball up. And the rain has stopped. Does feel a little bit cooler. 42-14 the score. 5:58 to go here in the third quarter. Clarke Prep with the football. They've got the ball first down and 10 at their own, about 28-yard line. Handoff is going to be to the back. Got a wide hole up the middle. And that offensive line for Clarke Prep is just opening some big holes there.
Yeah, that was could have been a touchdown saving tackle by Timmy Dorr there. That was, he doesn't make that diving tackle around his legs. He may have still been running.
So first down and 10. Clarke Prep with the football. Ball still in Gator territory. Going to be at their 46-yard line.
Yeah,
Clock
they're
running.
just lining up with a 7-man line here and playing power football right now. And they got their split outs, but it's pretty much just.
Yeah, there's going to be a fake. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's running around right in. He's got running room. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Nobody's going to tackle the quarterback. Finally wrestled down.
Yeah, about a 25-yard gain.
Yeah, that's number 12 on the carry for Clarke Prep. Number 12 is Connor Bumpers, a 10th grade quarterback. And he showed some speed right there and some moves as he faked the ball to the to the running back, pulled it out, went around right in, and just was able to gain some incredible yardage.
Yeah, it was a good call. I mean, they lined up in power football, run up the middle, up the middle, up the middle, and then just a fake to the outside quarterback keeper.
Handoff there is going to be to number 7 for Clarke Prep.
Right now.
No, they're not. They're just wanting to take the ball and run it right up the gut and get the yardage that they can get. And, of course,
I wouldn't even, it's safe to say that they're just happy to run the ball and burn clock, and especially effective when you're picking up big. We got a man down right here.
Yeah, got a man down. That was Alex Hayes on the carry for Clarke Prep, number 7. Can't see who the man is that's down on the ground right now for the Cougars. But while they deal with him, let's go ahead and take a break. While we've got timeout on the field, the score: Clarke Prep Academy 42, Escambia Academy 14. We'll be back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies, here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
This is Larry White Insurance Agency at 430 Palafox Street in Fulmerton, or call 296-2471. Why buy at Johnson Ford? We put our customers' wants and needs first. We respect your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars, reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, do everything we can to achieve the highest level of customer service. We are proud to be the premier Ford dealership in this area. We invite you to come by at 1828 South Main Street in Atmore to experience the no-hack, best price, worst way of doing business. Stop by and see Jim Johnson and the staff, or give them a call, 251-368-2135.
Third down and 8 now for Clarke Prep as they continue driving the football on the Cougar end of the field. Quarterback's going to keep it, going to bounce it outside, inside the 20-yard line.
Stop made by number 21, Timmy Dorr.
Yep, Tim made the tackle.
Stopped him short of the first down, be 4th and 2.
And I'm sure the offense, with this lead, the offense for Clarke Prep is going to stay out there as they are deep in Cougar territory right now. Fourth and 2, the ball inside the 20-yard line, down at about the, looks like about the 18. Clarke Prep just letting the clock run. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be to the single setback, number 7.
carry. Rams go up for a Gator first down.
So first down for Clarke Prep. 1st and 10, the ball inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. Clock running, 2:55 to go here in the third quarter. 42-14 to score. Cougars trailing. Man in motion, going to hand off, going to be an end around, number 17 on the carry, and he's going to carry the ball into the end zone for a touchdown, and that's going to be a touchdown for Clarke Prep. 17 is a new one. We haven't called 17's number tonight, not that I'm familiar with, but Nathan Rainey, the senior wide receiver, on an end around takes the ball into the end zone for a touchdown for Clarke Prep. 48-14 now the score. And the point after touchdown coming. Been a while since Clarke Prep has defeated Escambia Academy. As a matter of fact, all the way back to, I believe, 2012. And they're trying to make up for some time tonight. Extra point attempt good. So the score now with 2:39 left to go in the third quarter. The score, Clarke Prep 49 and Escambia Academy 14. So Clarke Prep cruising to a victory right now. And the Cougars, you know, the only thing you can say is the Cougars are going to have some things that they can talk about after the ball game, and they're going to have some things that they're going to have to work on and fix in the coming week to get set for a ball game next Friday night. So the Cougars are going to get the football back.
Nothing's changed as far as the basic strategy. Take it one down at a time. Do your job. Each man on defense, each man on offense, each man do his job one play at a time. Yeah, well, and Rick, at this point, you know, you just gotta kind of cinch the old belt up and pull your britches up, and you just gotta play for pride a little bit right here. Yeah. You know, don't hang your head. Nope. It's a football game. You know, so First nothing. Game of the season.
You know, nothing is lost except the game. I mean, you know, this doesn't define you as a team. It doesn't define you as a program. You just got to correct mistakes and move forward from here. This just kills me how far this kid gets back. And then he just pooches it. Well, he kicked that one pretty good.
Yeah, we saw a while ago.
Somebody's got to get on that football.
Get on that ball. Ooh.
Yeah, they're lucky.
Yeah, because, I mean, he could have downed it right there.
Well, no, that's a recovery.
Oh, that's a recovery. He could have downed it and it been their ball.
That's right, yeah. I mean, you can actually pick that up and advance it. And nobody was back there.
Oh, we have a man down.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be a cramp here.
Yeah, I think so.
He's getting up on his own, number 50 for the Cougars.
That's Braden Phillips.
Yeah, Braden looks like he's cramping a little bit. Of course, it is a hot, humid night. He's going to have to go to the sideline, go off a play.
Get some pickle juice.
I like pickle juice.
It's good for cramps. It also tastes good.
Yeah, I just like it. I liked it before it was good for cramps.
I recall you used to get cramps occasionally when you played.
I got cramps one night in a game.
I remember that's the time I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I believe it was when we played Satsuma back in 1980 at home at Herbert Barnes Stadium in Atmore. I got cramps running onto the field. Yeah, I'm running onto the field and just cramped up, and I'm like, you know, my hamstring locks, and I'm going, oh, no.
And you scream, get me some pickle juice.
That's going to be a fumble.
Yeah.
Looks like the Cougars may have got back on it.
They did. Cougar ball.
Yeah, I believe that's right. I hear on the from the sideline of the Cougars, that should have been an incomplete pass, and he's right.
He is right.
Yeah,
and it was. They
correct the issue.
Shovel pass. Looks like we may have a running clock.
Yeah, clock's still running. 2:15 now to go.
No, we're not going to question that ourselves.
In the third quarter. So the clock is whistled back into play. We're down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Cougars need to hurry up and snap it. There's the snap, going to throw outside. Got a little spot pass, looking for a block. Comes inside, now back outside. Good defense there by Clarke Prep, as that play is not going to gain yardage. It's going to be a 3rd down now. It looks like the play failed to gain to be 3rd down and 10.
Got some celebrating taking place on the Clarke Prep side, understandably. Of course, it's still a little early, but they know they've got I think they're starting to think they might have a pretty good football team this year. And this is that coach's 2nd year, I believe. And got a lot of improvements they've been trying to make here at Clarke Prep, and looks like they might be on their way. Oh, penalty again.
Penalty, somebody must have moved it's going to be. It's not delay a game, it's actually a false start.
Yeah.
And they're winding the clock. Clock now at a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Running clock with a 49-14 score. Clarke Prep in the lead. So the Cougars have some things they're going to have to work on in the upcoming week to prepare for next Friday night's game. There's the snap. Jacob Lee going to be on the carry, going to break a tackle, break another tackle, finally drugged down at about the 27-yard line. So it's now going to be 4th down. 4th down and 4, and the Cougars are going to leave the offense out there. There's the snap. Lee looking to pick up a block. Still on his feet. He's slung out of bounds, but it looks like it's going to be enough for a 1st down. So it is a 1st down. 3.4 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And with the out-of-bounds play, the clock will start on the snap. So the Cougars will have one more play before we go to the 4th quarter.
No, they're going to end the quarter. Yeah.
Okay. So that does end the 3rd quarter of play. We've played 3 complete in Grove Hill. The score at the end of 3, the Clarke Prep Gators 49. The Escambia Academy Cougars 14. We'll take a break and come back with the 4th and final quarter of this football game. Right after this, you're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Diamond Gasoline Station, with locations all over South Alabama and Northwest Florida, reach all the local teams in the area. This luck is split. You for making Diamond Gasoline, with quality fuels and convenient gasoline is proud to support this broadcast and be part of the community. Remember, fill your tank, save your dream at whether selling or buying home, lot, land, or commercial property in both Alabama and Florida, you need to see the fine folks at Southern Real Estate. Debbie Rowell, owner and broker, and agent David Dobson are ready for any real estate needs located. And at southernrealestate.org on the web, they're just a phone call away at 251-368-4397. Choosing the right realtor makes all of the difference. See Southern Real Estate.
Welcome back as we get started with the 4th and final quarter of this football game on this Friday night, the first Friday night in September, September the 2nd, 2022. Of course, tomorrow kicks off college football. Well, college football season's already kicked off, but really full-blown schedule tomorrow. And, of course, we eagerly await it every year, and it's finally here. Jacob Lee with the football. He's going to be coming around left end. He's got some running room coming across the 40-yard line. Helmet's going to come off as Lee loses his helmet, so he's going to have to go out of the game. And you can just tell, Yeah, you can tell by the look on Jacob's face. Boy, he is wore out. Of course, he's played both ways, as do most of these Cougar starters. And so Jacob's got to go to the sidelines. Of course, you can avoid that as a coach, and why wouldn't you? I mean, I'm thinking to myself, if my quarterback, who I needed to stay in, I'd just take a timeout. That way you nullify the reason for him going to the sideline. He can actually stay in the game, come back in after the timeout. But a new quarterback is going to be in the game for the Cougars. Yeah, no, the Cougars are taking a timeout. I think that's a smart move there by Coach Wilcox. That'll allow Jacob Lee to come back in the ball game without sitting out of play.
Yeah.
So 11:05 to go in the ball game, and the Cougars are taking one on the chin, 49-14. But first game of the season, they've got some corrections that they have to make, but it's still early in the year, and the Cougars can certainly bounce back from this and get the ship righted and get it headed in the right direction. They're just going to have to work on it. You never want to be beaten at all, and you certainly kind of don't want to be beaten the way the Cougars have gotten it handed to them tonight. But it's this could be a wake-up call for this bunch of kids.
Well, they've had Coach, Hugh Fountain for so long, played in the state championship game 6 years in a row, run a couple state championships. They just, it's a big adjustment. And, I mean, these are, at the end of the day, these are just teenagers. And there's no reason to panic here. I mean, it's just the first game. They've got it under their belt. They know what they got to work on. And, hit it hard next week and get ready for Banks Academy next Friday night. I mean, and they've got it, they still got 11 minutes to play here. Just play the best you can and see what you can do.
See, and I'm looking on the field right now, and they're making, they're running people out there, and Jacob Lee is not going to take the snap. Now, I don't understand why, because my understanding of the helmet off rule means that, as long as you take a timeout, that the kid that the helmet came off of can actually come back in the ball game. That would have been the purpose for me calling that timeout earlier.
Right.
Now Jacob Lee is coming back into the ball game.
So he doesn't have to sit out one play regardless.
No, not if the offensive team takes a timeout.
Okay.
I think I'm right.
Yeah, I wasn't clear on that myself, but I mean, I believe you.
But anyway, Jacob Lee back in the shotgun now. It's going to be second down and about 4 yards to go. There's the snap. Jacob Lee looking to throw. Got a man open. Ball's a little bit underthrown.
Yeah.
If he'd have thrown it out there for his receiver so his receiver could go get it, that'd have probably been a touchdown, but the receiver had to stop and wait on the football, and that allowed the defender to catch up.
At Flomaton and Hillcrest Evergreen tied in overtime, 20-20 right now.
Woo! A barn burner. That's something that we'll talk to Paul McVeigh about. That's something else I got to mention to y'all. If you're listening on WBZR Atmore or watching on Facebook or YouTube, if you'll tune in about 10 o'clock to our sister station, WPFL 105.1 FM in Flomaton, Paul McVeigh does a great scoreboard show. And he'll be on the air at about 10 o'clock with all the scores from around the area. Jacob Lee going to keep the football and running at left end. A swarm of Gator tacklers there finally wrestles Jacob down.
He got close to the first down. He's going to be a couple of yards short. Yeah, and Escambia County Blue Devils 55, Satsuma 7 in the fourth quarter.
Wow. Coach Vincent Harris got the Blue Devils playing good football.
He does. We went to that game last week, and he's really got them rolling. It'd be nice to see the Phoenix rise from the ashes there.
Well, they've got a tough road to hoe now.
They do. They got a tough schedule. They got probably the toughest region in 4A, maybe in the state of Alabama. So they do have a tough schedule, but shoot, I mean, they've scored more points in 2 games now than they did all of last year.
Right.
First down, I believe. I think I saw a flag. Pretty good arm on that white hat.
Yeah, he threw the flag pretty good. He must have saw a hold or something in there.
And the team that Escambia Academy plays next week, Banks Academy, they're losing in the 3rd quarter to Patrician Academy, 14-7.
So holding against the Cougars. That penalty is going to be accepted because the Cougars had
It was a first down.
Made a first down, so they're going to take the penalty yardage and back them up. The holding call took place right at about the first down marker, so it's going to back them up all the way. It'll end up being a 3rd down. It'll stay 3rd down, actually. It'll be 3rd down and 9 when the ball is reset and everybody gets back settled in. Any more scores there?
Looks like Northview's putting it on. That's Lighthouse Christian, I believe, down close to Gulf Breeze, 35-9. I tell you, that Northview team, I mean, we've got some good friends, have a son playing on that team, several friends, and I tell you what, they looked good last Friday night too, and that's a 1A school that beat a good Flomaton squad.
Right.
And now, as you see, Flomaton's got a good football team. They're tied up with a good Hillcrest Evergreen team. So that Northview's got a team this year. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
As you said, Flomaton
John
20.
Michael Ward. John Michael.
Yep, John Michael Ward, yep.
Oh, he's got some room, Rick.
There goes Jacob Lee, still on his feet. It's going to be enough for a first down. No flags on the play, so Jacob Lee pulls the ball down and is able to scramble and do it on his own as he runs the ball across the 50 down to about the 39-yard line of the Gators. And it'll be first down and 10 there for the Cougars. Clock still running at 9 minutes to go. Patrician Academy 14, Banks 7. Banks is going to be the opponent of the Cougars next week at home in Canoe, Lee Scott Academy 24, Monroe Academy nothing.
Oh, got a little room. Oh. Like you said earlier, sometimes you just kind of need to tuck the ball and power ahead. But not a bad run.
Excel, who is playing Cottage Hill tonight, Cottage Hill Academy out of Mobile. Excel 16, Cottage Hill 14, that in the 3rd quarter.
Mobile Christian and W.S. Neal, I think Mobile Christian 34, W.S. Neal nothing in the 4th quarter.
Right. So Coach Hugh Fountain is
our good friend.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit trying to turn that Neal program around. Jacob Lee with the football, still looking for some blocking, actually, is what he's looking for, and finding very little.
I tell you, that running around like that, too, he's running a lot of yards, didn't gain much, but, I mean, he's already tired. That just really tires you out.
And you know, it sounded like that I was getting on his blockers, and I'm really not.
No, I know you're not.
Because let me tell you what the problem with that is. Instead of running where the play was called, when you deviate from that,
there's no
line,
pocket. You don't know who to block.
There's nothing. Nobody knows who to block. They're all trying to figure out where he's going so that they can block somebody. Because if they don't know where he's going, then somebody's going to end up blocking somebody into the path of the quarterback.
3rd and about 12 here.
Got a man open.
Got him.
Yep.
Keep running. Nice hard run after the catch.
So a good reception there.
That's number 9, Luke Bell. Nice, strong run after the catch.
So the Cougars with another first down.
Yeah, Luke Bell has made some, I know it hadn't been a stellar performance by the Cougars defense, but Luke Bell's played nice, playing down on the line and made some good tackles too. He's playing hard.
So slot receivers to both sides. Jacob Lee remains at quarterback. He's in the shotgun. Single setback with him. Fake to the back. Going to throw it out there on a little wide receiver screen. Still good running room.
Yeah, good run.
And the thing that's good to see about this is that the Cougars, even
quit.
though they're down, they're not quitting. They're not laying down on the ground.
Right. No quit. I like to see that. I really do. They're really not quitting. They could have just laid down and not done anything. But everything that could go wrong just about did. So it's nice to see them have no quit in them.
So Cougars stay with basically the same formation that they've run all night long. Slot receivers right and left. Jacob Lee, the quarterback from the shotgun. Single setback back there with him. Lee's going to keep the football, going to go around right in.
Touchdown.
Trying to dive for the, let's see.
He held the ball across the.
Yeah, the cone went down.
I thought it was.
So
I guess
if the cone is where it's supposed to be. Yeah, well, he may have stepped out before he got to.
But he did get the first down, I guess. So should be first and goal.
I mean, that's a long way to look.
Yeah.
With 50,
it's first and goal.
59-year-old eyeballs.
Well, they could be 60-year-old eyeballs like mine.
Well, good Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. They will be about next June.
And I'm blessed. I'm glad they are. They're still working.
No doubt.
Touchdown, Cougars.
So the Cougars score a touchdown.
And like you said, it's nice to see that. No quit.
4:57 to go here in the ball game. Cougars score another touchdown, so they're going to come out and kick the extra point. Well, they're probably going to go for two.
That was
which, to be honest with you, I think they're going to kick it. They're sending, it looks like maybe.
That was a touchdown. Was a 1-yard gain by Jacob Lee for the 6. So.
And the reason being, people may ask, well, why don't you go for 2? Well, the reason you don't go for 2 here is because with 4:57 left to go in the game, you need to work on little things here that will make you better for the long haul. And running a 3-yard play, you've got plenty of 3-yard plays to run, but what you need to do is work on your kicking game right here. And there you go. That tells you more than
really
actually what getting right.
The point is not as important as what they need to work on.
Right, and what that does is, as a coach, that shows you on film something else to work on during this upcoming week to make you better. So with 4:57 to go here in the football game, the score is Clarke Prep Academy, the Gators 49, Escambia Academy 20. Let's take a 1-minute break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Good evening. This is Greg Albritton, your state senator. It's great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same principles in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources we need. It is my job to see that Escambia County comes out a winner.
Atmore Auto Parts, located at 105 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer, specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, marine and hydraulic hoses. Atmore Auto Parts is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and on Saturdays 7 to 12. No one knows parts better than the folks at Atmore Auto Parts. So for your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
Welcome back. Yeah, I'll probably be going by Atmore Auto Parts here pretty soon. We were talking about on the way up here, I've done some stuff to my vehicle to get it running A-OK.
And it's running good.
And it's really running great. But one thing I do need to do is have my serpentine belt on my 2017 Jeep Patriot fixed, or not really fixed.
And you're going to help Frank put that on, right?
I'm going to watch Frank put it on.
I was going to give you some advice here putting on the serpentine belts. Make sure you have some knuckle buster mechanics gloves on.
And let me tell you, that's
onside
kick, but it wasn't going 10 yards anyway, so the only person that could have recovered it would have been a Gator.
Right.
But yeah, the whole thing is with that serpentine belt, I got to go up there and I got to go up to Atmore Auto Parts and buy me a serpentine belt for that 2017 Jeep Patriot and get it changed out just as a because it's 140,000 miles on that Jeep, and it's time to do it.
That's right.
But
especially if I'm going to be riding with you at these away games.
That's right. But anyway, yeah, we'll go by and see David Smith and Brandon and the crew at Atmore Auto Parts. Of course, they sell quality Napa parts, and Napa's been around forever. And
nice tackle.
Mr. Smith, David, good old friend of mine.
Timmy Dorr, number 21 in on that tackle, and number 84, Eli McElhaney.
Other scores.
Eli McElhaney on
that's
the tackle.
right. Other scores from around the AISA this evening: Macon East 30, Wilcox Academy 13. That's a final. Pickens Academy 26, Southern Academy 20. And Patrician Academy 35, Banks 7.
Ball on the ground.
That's going to be a final too. Banks will be in Canoe next week.
Cougars all over him on that play.
Yeah, Cougars playing
Got
some inspired
substitution
defense
going on though on Clarke's Prep side, but good effort by the Cougars. Like you said earlier, there's no quit.
Well, and that's what you want to see, you know. I mean, and what's good here is, you know, Clarke Prep's coaching staff, they're not in any angst with what's going on, because one of the things that they're able to do right here at this point in the ball game is they're getting some kids that have not played all night, that are probably junior high kids or B-team kids. They're getting them an opportunity to get some action, which makes them better in the long run.
Well, I was talking to some of Clarke Prep's coaches before the game. This is actually a fairly young Clarke Prep team, so they're trying to do that very thing. You know, they lost last week and have rebounded this week.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just, you know, that's what you got to do.
There's a good carry there by number 7.
Eli McElhaney made that tackle, number 84.
Number 7 for Clarke Prep, Alex Hayes, an 11th grader, wide receiver, getting some time at running back. Yeah, Eli McElhaney, he's the son of one of our good sponsors from the Gather.
Right.
Chef Chris McElhaney. And, man, you talk about some good food. They got good food up there, and if you want something to die for, go in there and get a piece of cheesecake.
Another tackle by Eli McElhaney. Yeah, you can hear that hit up here.
I did. I heard a pop.
That was Eli McElhaney. I mean, I heard a pop.
Yeah, Eli just said no more running with the football.
That's what you call scrape and fill. He's a linebacker, scraped and filled the hole, and, I mean, he stepped up into the hole like he should. Excellent play. Good to see that.
Well, and you know, all these kids for EA right now at this point in time, you know, they're in a battle for playing time.
That's right.
And that's the way you earn playing time there is by making the plays.
Because they'll watch this film in the training room like we all used to, and they'll hear that pop, too.
Right.
There he goes again. I mean, he missed him that time.
He missed him.
But I like the aggression.
Oh, he's a man on fire right now. I mean, that's what Melvin Middleton, Coach Melvin Middleton, used to call reckless abandon.
Right.
You know, those coaches that we had back in the day, you're talking about Coach Buck Powell, Coach Frankie Bell, Coach Melvin Middleton, Coach Darwin Cook, Coach Johnny Cabness, who ended up being the principal at Baldwin County High School.
For a long time.
You know, all them guys, all the things that they used to tell us at practice and everything, it's funny how you carry those things and you remember them. Usually because when they were saying them to you, you were getting yelled at.
Oh, fumble.
But yeah, that was a term that was often used around Escambia County High School in Blue Devil practices back in the day, is you want to go after things with reckless abandon. And I never really understood what that meant. I just figured that it meant that you went hard, and when you got there, you better try to hit something hard. .107 to go, the clock running here in the ball game. 49-20 the score. Clarke Prep ahead of Escambia. Inside a minute now. Clarke Prep with pretty much the second team offense in there. They're just trying to grind out some plays and get these younger guys some time on the field, and they're doing just that. Cougars make a good play defensively there as the clock continues.
Chance on that tackle, number 2.
Clock continues to run now inside 45, down to about 35 seconds.
Yeah. They may get one more playoff here.
Yeah,
No, they're not. They're not going to.
And I tell you what we're going to do. You know, we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about this football game after the fact, because we got people back in Atmore that have been running the board for us there, and they're tired and ready to go home. You know, we've got a ways to drive to get ourselves back home. But what we will say is this, is the Cougars have some things they need to correct, but they'll get it done, and we'll be back at home next week playing Banks Academy in Canoe on Friday night. Airtime will be 6:30. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock, and that'll be the Escambia Academy Cougars against Banks Academy next week. That'll be our game that will be broadcast on WBZR Atmore and on Facebook and YouTube. Now, let me tell you something else real quick before I let you go. Something that we're planning on doing. It's in the works, and we're going to get with you on it. You'll hear more about it very soon. Is we may do another little sports addition to our show that may be coming up on Thursday nights. We just got to plan around it, kind of get our time set up, but some sort of high school coaches show where we get to talk to all the coaches. We're just going to talk sports, basically, and we're going to talk about the sports that are in season, probably a high school coaches show of some sort. We'll talk Braves baseball. We'll talk college football that's coming up on the weekend.
Special guests, maybe some coaches.
No doubt, yeah, we will certainly we'll try to include the coaches from around, but that's coming up, still in the planning stages, just trying to finalize everything, but soon and very soon we'll have that set up. Don't forget to tune in here shortly at 10 o'clock for Paul McVeigh. He'll be on WPFL 105.1. He'll be bringing you all the scores from around the area. He's also got an incredible prize package tonight for the trivia question that will be asked during the show, so tune in for that. Final score from Grove Hill: Clarke Prep Academy 49, Escambia Academy 20. That's going to do it from this ball game. We'll see you next week as we broadcast live Banks Academy, Escambia Academy from Canoe next Friday night. For my buddy Rick Burkett, I'm Ricky Dean. Good night, everybody. Y'all have